Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, recently Raigad Shawls got geographical indication status. It is associated with which state? Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Punjab or Uttar Pradesh? The correct answer is option B, Odisha. Recently Raigad Shawl of Odisha has got a GI tag. Raigad Shawl is made by Dongriya Kond, a vulnerable tribal group of Raigad district. It is noteworthy that this is a traditional craft which is known as an embroidered masterpiece. Tribal groups gift this shawl to their guests. The registered GI tag is valid for 10 years. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding the Indian Green Building Council. 1. It awards Green Railway Station certification. 2. It works under the Confederation of Indian Industry. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, Vijayawada railway station was awarded the Green Railway Station certification with the highest rating of platinum by the Indian Green Building Council. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Indian Green Building Council is a part of the Confederation of Indian Industry and was formed in the year 2001. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It is India's premier certification body. The Council offers a wide array of services which include developing new green building rating programs, certification services, and green building training programs. The Council also organizes the Green Building Congress, its annual flagship event on green buildings. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter or LRO was recently seen in the news. It was launched by which organization? National Aeronautics and Space Administration, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, Indian Space Research Organization or European Space Agency? The correct answer is option A, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, that is NASA. Recently, NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter captured the image of India's Chandrayaan-3 lander. It is a NASA spacecraft that was launched on June 18, 2009. Its primary objective is to make a 3D map of the moon's surface from lunar polar orbit. It has also been used to study the moon's geology, mineralogy, and environment. It orbits the moon in an eccentric polar mapping orbit. LRO is equipped with 7 science instruments, the most well-known of which is a 195mm telescope and camera system that can see details up to 2.5 meters across. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Kuiper belt. 1. It revolves around the sun beyond the orbit of the planet Neptune. 2. It is primarily composed of dwarf planets, asteroids and comets. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, astronomers have found compelling evidence suggesting the existence of an Earth-like planet in the distant Kuiper belt of our solar system. The Kuiper belt, also called the Edgeworth-Kuiper belt, is a flat ring of small icy bodies that revolve around the sun beyond the orbit of the planet Neptune. Hence, statement 1 is correct. There are millions of these icy objects collectively referred to as Kuiper belt objects or trans-Neptunian objects in this belt. It is primarily composed of small icy bodies such as dwarf planets, asteroids and comets. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, which of the following best explains MQ-9B Predator? Comet, drone, new galaxy or artificial island? The correct answer is option B, drone. India is in the final stages of drafting the letter of request to send to the United States government for the acquisition of 31 MQ-9B Predator drones from General Atomics. The MQ-9B drone is a variant of the MQ-9 Reaper, an unmanned aerial vehicle capable of remotely controlled and autonomous flight operations. These are high-altitude, long-endurance drones armed with strike missiles that can take out enemy targets with high accuracy. It was developed by General Atomics Aeronautical Systems primarily for the United States Air Force. It can safely integrate into civil airspace, enabling joint forces and civil authorities to deliver real-time situational awareness anywhere in the maritime domain, day or night. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements with reference to the Panch Prayag. 1. Rudraprayag is the point of confluence of rivers Alaknanda and Mandakini. 2. Dev Prayag is the confluence of the Bhagirathi and Alaknanda rivers. 3. Karna Prayag is the confluence of 2 holy rivers Alaknanda and Pindar. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option C, all three. Recently, a man fell into the Mandakini river while taking a selfie in Kedarnath. Panch Prayag, meaning place of confluence of rivers in Sanskrit, also termed as Prayag Paintage, are Vishnu Prayag, Nand Prayag, Karna Prayag, Rudra Prayag, and Dev Prayag. Rudra Prayag is one of the Panch Prayag of Alaknanda river, the point of confluence of rivers Alaknanda and Mandakini. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Dev Prayag is an important holy confluence as this is where Bhagirathi, Alaknanda and Saraswati, the mythological river flowing underground rivers, meet. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Karna Prayag is located on the way to Badrinath and is the site of the confluence of two holy rivers, Alaknanda and Pindar. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following countries. 1. Papua New Guinea. 2. East Timor. 3. New Zealand. Which of the above given countries has a border with Indonesia? 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? The correct answer is option B, 1 and 2 only. Recently, Indonesian researchers have tested a cheaper way of monitoring antimicrobial resistance that could be a key tool for developing countries. Indonesia is the largest Southeast Asian nation. It shares land boundaries with Papua New Guinea, East Timor and Malaysia. It shares maritime boundaries with Singapore, the Philippines, Vietnam, Palau and Australia. Indonesia is famous for its tropical beaches, imposing volcanoes, as well as historical and religious sites that exude a local charm. Indonesia is an archipelago, which means that it consists of a culmination of 17,000 unique islands. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the green hydrogen. 1. A conference on green hydrogen pilots in India was held in New Delhi. 2. India has established a green hydrogen standard. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the conference on green hydrogen pilots in India took place in New Delhi on 5th September 2023, preceding the 18th G20 summit. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It showcased green hydrogen pilots from both public and private sectors in India. The NTPC Limited hosted the event, highlighting innovative pilots and advancements in green hydrogen technology. India contributes only 4% to global carbon dioxide emissions, despite having 17% of the world's population. Green hydrogen and ammonia are seen as solutions for long-distance heavy mobility. The R&D roadmap for the National Green Hydrogen Mission is nearing completion. India has set a green hydrogen standard, limiting carbon dioxide emissions to 2 kg or less per kg of hydrogen. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, in the context of Indian biodiversity, what is the IUCN status of Chitala fish? Near threatened, critically endangered, vulnerable, or endangered? The correct answer is option A, near threatened. Recently, Union Minister of Fisheries, Livestock and Dairying announced that river ranching of the Uttar Pradesh state fish Chitala will be carried out to increase its population in natural water sources like the Ganga. It is an obligate, typically nocturnal predator feeding on smaller fishes. The species is probably restricted to the Indian subcontinent in Pakistan. India records from the states of Manipur, Uttaranchal, West Bengal, Assam, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Nepal and Bangladesh. The IUCN status of Chitala fish is near threatened. It is found in the Indus, Ganges, Brahmaputra and Mahanadi river basins in India. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements with reference to the name of India. 1. Bharat is not mentioned in the Constitution. 2. The country's name can be changed through constitutional amendment. 3. The bill for name change must be passed with a simple majority. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, the President of Bharat written on the G20 invitation card attracted everyone's attention and created a new controversy. Notably, the two names have been used interchangeably in Article 1 of the Constitution. According to Article 1, India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. At present, the Hindi version of India is Bharat. However, changing the country's name must go through a special constitutional amendment process. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Under Article 368, the government will have to get the bill passed with a simple majority to remove the word India from the Constitution and make it Bharat. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Last question is, consider the following statements regarding the project Naman. 1. It aims to establish common service centers for grievance redressal of army veterans. 2. It will facilitate the updating of pensioners' accounts on the Sparsh portal. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the Indian Army launched Project Naman, which will entail establishing facilitation and grievance redressal centers for veterans and the kin of personnel who have lost their lives. The project will entail establishing facilitation and grievance redressal centers for veterans and the kin of personnel who have lost their lives. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The first such center will be established in Delhi cantonment. Naman will house a common service center which will facilitate the veterans and their relatives. It will offer all government to customer services and also facilitate the updating of pensioners' accounts on the Sparsh portal of veterans, next of kin and dependents. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Consider the following statements regarding the light pollution. 1. It is a phenomenon where the sky glows at night due to artificial lightning photograph. 2. LEDs are contributing to light pollution and erasing our view of stars. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.